Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to be looking at uh in the same different setting as the discussion video that I did, and we're looking at Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee the Rust. He is the Seeker remold of obviously Starscream, and he is the Cybertron Tetrajet of the Bumblebee movie. The gun just goes on that square hole on that square peg. I like to have it angled so it can sit somewhat straight, because if you put it directly on, it can't really go anywhere. It's going to take it off. And so this is the Tetrajet, so it's obviously has like the cockpit that looks more humanoid, but a little bit of hollowness and stuff. But I really like this jet mold. I really like this jet mode. Well, Tetrajet mold, whatever. I just look so nice. I have no experience with the Starscream version of this mold, but I really like the thrust. Obviously, it doesn't look like a thrust. Thrust is the maroon G1 guy, not green and white, like, Acid Storm. But whatever. Whatever name this guy holds, I really like the Tetrajet mold. So, really, just get on to transformation. This guy, he has a more in-depth transformation from what I've experienced. This is my first Studio Series figure, and I'm looking forward to getting more. I forgot a step. You can't see it, but there's a slot on the inside that is connected to like this main body piece where all this like lime green is, like the shoulder towers. There's a slot on the back, and there's some tabs on the bottom of these like thrusters, and it slots in, and that's really it, just slots in. And I just forgot that. So first thing, just want to take this top fin and fold it over, take these two panels, break them apart. I just pull them out, and now you can separate that. You can see the two pegs, the two tabs, and the two long slots in there. Bring that up, and you'll have to split this part where the square where the gun gets held on to. Before you do that, you bring the arms out through here. Bring them out. Bring them out. They'll clip in, and now the arms are all done. Like, they're out of the way. So now you open this up then you take the nose cone and unclip it. There's a hinge right there. It'll come and swing right through there. Close those up, and now that's out of the way. So bring this piece where the head is, like halfway. Then you swing all of this around, then bring that down. Now the wings, bring them back, not all the way back, but the midpoint. Spin these around, flip this down, and then you can angle them however you want. If you want them all the way back like this, want them like angled in or wherever. I just like them like that. Second, second wing just like this first one. Spin it around, clamp that, unfold it. Then the legs are together by this green piece, and you split that. And now you see this like panel that fills in between the green piece and the thruster. You just get your finger and push it so you can pull it out. Then it'll just push together. It may look like it's gonna like push this piece off of its hinge, but it won't. It'll just push it and fold up perfectly, and then untab it from the slot for the thigh swivel, bring it down, bring the foot out, and then hinge all of that in. And then you just swivel the leg forward from the thigh swivel. And the only difference for this side is that we'll have to move this down, the back fin. So bring that up, untab it, bring it down, bring out the foot, hinge all that down, and then flip this down. So now you just straighten out the arms. The hands fold up in the back of the forearms, and just do that. And now, I always forget this, that there are these black bits, and you just pull them out. Sometimes you can, since there's not a lot to pull, you put a lot more force into it, and it completely undoes it, so it comes out. So you just push it back in. So there. After me messing around with him, transforming him, his hips have gotten a little loose. Gun in his hand. Just get him all situated, and there is Bumblebee Studio Series Bumblebee Thrust. And I really like this guy. I really, really like the design. I like this. I do own the Siege Tetrajet mold, and I prefer this one. I prefer the points, the pointiness of this guy. He just looks like mean. Like if you saw this guy flying down at, like if you were holding a position in a battle and you saw this guy flying at you in his Tetrajet mold, you'd just be scared, like, oh, this guy, they're sending planes at us. You wouldn't just look like a triangle flying at you. It looks mean. And it's I really like the colors. I like the initial Blitzwing face, how it looks like a gas mask. I wasn't too big a fan of the just regular face, like with the mouth, like the Starscream version of this. And I like the colors better. They work really well together. I like, obviously, the gas mask. And same mold, so... And this guy, obviously, the Starscream mold, which he is, was retooled from the Bumblebee Blitzwing figure, the Studio Series Bumblebee Blitzwing figure. So this guy has a little bit of DNA in it. I don't own it, just I've seen how there are some similar steps, and I just really like him. I guess he is a Voyager size. Here's Quick Mix. Obviously, he's still missing his drum, but he at least is the size of a Voyager. He does come with two little black guns. They're just super, like, the pegs are super shallow, so they just, like, fall off. I just left them off. So I really like him. The only couple of complaints that I truly have is that when him holding his gun, he can't really hold it completely straight. I guess that's probably why his forearm is all like bent out. That might be why, but just looks like he kind of holds it awkwardly. Uh, Obviously, like tolerances, the hips on mine are a little loose, but tolerances, that's not a fault against this guy. It's the QC, so I can't fault him. Uh, I really like his transformation. It's very clever, very intuitive. Like when I got this guy, and even now, I can sit down, I can mess with him, I can transform him, and I don't. It's fun, but yet I have to get into it and not just look at something else and transform it. I have to focus my attention to him, but he's not like mad, like makes me mad. So, and that's one thing that I don't agree with. The box that his box, the age that he's recommended for is 8 for like 8 years, 8 years old. I think he's a little over engineered for that age. I would say maybe 10, and I would trust a 10-year-old with this, but 8-year-old, I think it'd be a little bit sketchy. Mainly the legs. I love how the legs transform, but just looking at him as that the toy for an 8-year-old, it might be a little sketchy. But his posing, I really like posing him. He looks good. His Tetrajet looks good, and he's fun to transform. It's a good transformation. I really like it. I really like how it was engineered, and I just really, really like him. I just preferred the look of Thrust. Obviously, it's gonna be the same transformation wise. I just enjoyed the aesthetic of him better. I like the aesthetic better. Just looking at him, I like the Tetrajet. I like the robot mode. Just that green pops. It gives him character, and I really love that face. I love, love, love the face. I love the Bumblebee Blitzwing face with the gas mask. It looks gritty and serious, and he looks like he's ready to party, fight or whatever. He is ready for action. He just looks cool. He transforms good, and Tetrajet, I easily, if I were to, I only own two of the Seekers from Siege. It is Hot Link and Starscream. So just Hot Link, since he has a lot more paint, and I think a lot more paint, really in depth, like bigger budget, I think. Comparing him to Hot Link, which I will review, but I think I would definitely take him. He has that. Obviously, he's going for a completely different aesthetic than Hot Link is, but he just looks mean and gritty. If you saw a bunch of these guys, because he's a Seeker, so guys are going to have the same body type. If you saw this guy on the battlefield, I would be afraid because he looks mean, and he definitely has that imposing factor. But he looks cool in both modes. Good transformation, good articulation, and fun. So I think that's it. That is Studio Series Bumblebee Studio Series Bumblebee movie Thrust.